The price of Bitcoin is $30,000 and this is fantastic news. I'm back to YouTube, I'm back to the channel, and the bull market appears to be back as well. And we've been talking about this for a long time here on the channel, that we expect this is going to happen to the price of Bitcoin. And because it's happened, it's caused my trades to hit some pretty significant levels of profit right now. My $1 million Bitcoin trade, I've cashed out a portion of it for $20,000. Currently set about $63,000 in a profit. These ones are a bit annoying. Like the Doge trade, I think will pay off. But the CTC trade, literally, I can show you what's going on with a lot of these trades. I can't dollar cost average them because my position sizes are reaching their position limit. Look, I can click on 100% here. But if I click on that right there, it pops up and says order submission failed, contract quantity exceeded the risk limit. I can't dollar cost average these positions. So I've got to wait for these altcoin positions to get back into a profit, which could take some time, might not take any time at all. Altcoin season could be just around the corner right now because of the way the market is performing and because Ethereum is having an upgrade tomorrow. That Ethereum upgrade is going to cause some volatility on the markets, and I'm going to explain a little bit about it in today's video, as well as analyzing the price of Ethereum. Some of the other trades that I've got open right now, one of the ones that I think will do pretty well is this Phantom trade right here. Today I opened this Phantom trade. It's $168,000 long on Phantom from 46 cents. Currently the price is 49 cents and it's currently sat $9,300 in a profit. Just to show you some of the other trades that I've got open right now. Another one that's reaching its risk limit, so I can't dollar cost average it, is Lux. However, I'm long on Link since yesterday, $580 profit. I'm long on a bunch of other stuff as well, and like XRP. I think XRP, to be honest, in the next bull run, it's probably going to do stupendously well. One of the other things to point out right now is, of course, Bitcoin dominance is on the rise very significantly. This is the 30-minute chart on Bitcoin dominance, but if we drop over to something like the daily chart and explain what's going on here, you can see that Bitcoin dominance is breaking to the upside again. However, it is reaching a peak right now. If Bitcoin dominance is get rejected at these levels, altcoin season could potentially begin. Now, that would make sense, being that the Ethereum merge is gonna happen tomorrow. Not Ethereum merge, sorry, Ethereum upgrade. I think it's called the Shanghai Upgrade or something like that. I'm going to explain a bit more about it on the main channel today. So if you do go over to the main channel, That Martini Guy on YouTube, this one is the second channel. This is DMG Trades. This is where I give you all of the trading updates as soon as I have them. And I'm back now to the daily videos. So if you wouldn't mind, drop a like on this video. I'd sincerely appreciate it. I'd like to get 1,000 likes. It's not going to happen, but if you do press the like button, perhaps, maybe, there is a chance of that happening. Now, on the topic of everything that's going on right now, of course, I'm long on a bunch of different things, but what is happening to the market and how is Bitcoin's price performing? Well, for that, we need to look at the price of Bitcoin and analyze it. And essentially, we are at this level of resistance right here at $30,000. And if we're to look at that level of resistance, to be honest, we need to zoom out and go onto a daily chart. But if I show you where that level of resistance is currently sat, that is this level of resistance right here. Now, the odds of us breaking through this right now seem quite plausible. I would say that, to be honest, a break all the way up to these levels right here to test the previous high seems pretty likely. That'd be around $32,000. And at $32,000, I'm probably going to exit my long position by about 90%. I'll leave a little bit open, but to be honest, at $32,000, I'm happy. I've made enough there to buy whatever. I mean, I made a lot of money, especially on the stuff that you don't see. So it's been honestly, it's been my trip to the Bahamas this past week. What an amazing timing that was, because as soon as I get back, the market pumps. We had 1 week of nothing happening, so it was a nice relaxing time going swimming with sharks and stuff like that. So yeah, it was great. Anyway, Bitcoin's doing pretty well, isn't it? What are we expecting from this? Well, to go back down and do some analysis on the price, essentially, if we go down to a time frame here of about 1 hour, I can show you what's happening on the VWAP, because basically, why did this breakout happen? Well, we broke out above this level of resistance here at $28,400. I told you, when this is happening, it is going to go up very significantly. It has now gone up very significantly to the next level of resistance. We are at that next level of resistance right now. The odds of us breaking through it seem pretty low. I'd expect kind of just a pennant out sideways. And at that point in time, I'm expecting basically Ethereum's Bitcoin value to start increasing. Because if we start looking at Ethereum's Bitcoin value recently, it's just been going down again. And to be honest, it had a pretty good run up last week, but right now it's on the way back down. And I think this is a buying opportunity right here, especially in the altcoin market, and my portfolio reflects that right now. I'm heavily into altcoins at this moment in time. I think that the altcoin market is potentially going to boom again, because every time Bitcoin dominance runs, especially to the point of which it's run to right now, like if you look at what happened last year when Bitcoin dominance ran up and then dropped back to the downside, during this period, altcoins did pretty well, and then SBF went bankrupt and all that bad stuff happened in this zone right here. But generally, when the market rallies in terms of Bitcoin dominance and then it starts falling, that's because altcoins are back on the rise. And the real question is at this stage, look, Bitcoin dominance could break a little bit higher, to be honest. It could break all the way up to this range right here, because that would be testing the previous kind of the peak level of resistance in the kind of Bitcoin's history. If we zoom all the way out on it, you can see that going back to 2017, Bitcoin dominance has been pretty much falling. What is Bitcoin dominance? Well, that is basically the size of Bitcoin compared to the rest of cryptocurrencies. You add all of the value of all cryptocurrency together and then compare that to the value of Bitcoin. Currently, Bitcoin is at 48% dominance over the entire market. So 48% of all cryptocurrency is Bitcoin, and then in terms of its dollar value. Again, the other important thing to point out right now is look at what's going on with the US dollar. It's crashing in value again. Why is the US dollar crashing in value, you might be asking? Well, because of all of these trade deals that have been going on between China and all of these different countries that have been making trade deals with China when it comes to trading oil. Currently, the world's global currency, of which every current country, including Russia, uses to trade oil is the US dollar, because it's the most stable. However, China is going around and taking all of these trade deals right now, and that means that US dollar demand is falling on an institutional scale. When you have institutional demand falling for the US dollar, it likely means that, of course, the price of the dollar is going to decline in terms of its buying power, because you've got an excess supply and a falling demand. Because, again, institutions are the ones that make up for the majority of the demand, because, don't forget, 90% of the world's right, let me just say this correctly. 90% of the world's wealth sits with 1% of the world's people. Those people are pretty rich. I've seen a bunch of them in Bahamas this past week. They are all, like, there's a lot of yachts out there, like, trust me. In fact, just a little story about that. I was shocked. Honestly, the amount of rich people on earth is shocking. When you go to these places and you see this amount of like boats, and all of these boats are like 10 million. Why? How is there so much money on earth? What are all these people doing? A lot of property developers, a lot of funds, so the private funds, a lot of family offices, just a lot of individually wealthy people. And what do these wealthy people do? Well, they don't work. They don't contribute to society. They just manage the money and they put it into things. What are they putting it into right now? Gold, silver, and Bitcoin. That's what people are buying right now. They don't want to buy property because there's a lot of debt locked up in property. We've been discussing this for the past few weeks about the amount of bank debt that's locked up in property. Property is not a safe investment right now. Classic cars are a safe investment because there will be continual demand for classic cars and rare cars and that kind of thing. But it's pretty difficult at this moment in time to figure out a safe place to put money because you don't want to store it in the bank. Interest rates are not high enough. Inflation is too high and the US dollar demand is falling, reducing the buying power of the dollar at the same time as increasing inflation. Where do you put your money? You put it into things like Bitcoin because Bitcoin is a safe haven asset. That's what it is. I own cryptosavingexpert.com as well, don't forget. But anyway, pointing out everything else on the market, of course, I'm expecting that at this point in time, Ethereum is a strong buy from my perspective. That means also altcoins are a strong buy. If we look at Ethereum's price recently, compared to the value of Bitcoin, like Ethereum has not done as well. Yes, it's risen in terms of its US dollar value, but overall, Ethereum has underperformed Bitcoin. I think that's about to change. I think that Ethereum is approaching this level of resistance right here. We've already broken out of this kind of, what's its downtrend? We've already broken the downtrend. It would make sense at this point in time for us to start breaking to the upside. Now, the low side target for Ethereum would be this level right here, around $20,034. However, you can see from the VWAP, not the VWAP, sorry, the volume profile. As soon as you break up to that level right there, there's a glut. And that glut in liquidity will cause the price of Ethereum to jump up to about $22,400. At the point of which is at $2,400, then suddenly you're getting a lot of people suddenly starting to talk about Ethereum again. They go, oh, have you heard of Ethereum? It's the next Bitcoin. Because they don't understand the market, because nobody understands it, because nobody ever takes courses on cryptosavingexpert.com. You want to learn about crypto? You want to improve your crypto knowledge? Go there. It's free. I'm not the guy on YouTube that says, go and buy my courses for £20,000 or whatever they cost these days. It's all free, and it's better information than what any of these guys will put together, because I've got a team of 40 people that's out there building these courses And it's pretty, like, it's an institutional scale organization at this point in time. So check it out, cryptosavingexpert.com/register, make an account, and bish bash bosh Bob's your uncle. Anyway, $1,919 is the current price on Ethereum. The odds of a breakout at this point in time seem pretty high. If we're to go down now to the hourly chart and look at how the VWAP is performing, the VWAP, well, we touched the bottom of it, it's breaking to the downside. Earlier today again, if we zoom in on this chart, you'll see that we came down and touched the bottom of the VWAP again. It's likely that we start hugging the red in the pretty near-term future. I know that a lot of people at this point in time are going, it's up too much. It's too scary. It's too scary now. It runs. Like Bitcoin, the likelihood of $32,000 is pretty high. The price of Ethereum going up seems almost inevitable given the upgrade that's happening tomorrow. The only concerning thing about that would be, of course, there's a bunch of Ethereum that's about to get unlocked when this Ethereum upgrade takes place. A lot of people will go, it's going to get dumped on the market. Not if sentiment is strong. If sentiment is strong and the market is strong and people believe that this stuff is actually going to outperform the traditional markets, why would they sell? Everyone just assumes that, there's going to be a big unlock, so everyone would sell. Why would they want to sell? These are likely people that locked up their Ethereum at these prices last time round, and now it's back at these prices and market confidence is increasing. Yeah, there'll be some selling pressure, but at the same time, it probably won't be that significant. So from my perspective, I'm going to be placing stop losses, but at the same time, I think that this is a buy right now on the price of Ethereum. That's not financial advice. You should do your own research. But if you are interested in trading, check out the link for BYBIT in today's video description, because that is where I'm trading right now, and that's where I'm making my money. If you see, like here, $62,800 still left to take in this Bitcoin trade, and it's looking amazing. Like, honestly, I'm so happy with the way the market is trading right now. So do drop a like on today's video as well while you're at it. A couple more things to discuss in today's video about altcoins. Now, a couple of altcoins that I'm favoring right now, one of which is Daffy. Daffy's price is down in the dumps. Daffy dump right now, down at 1 cent. If you look at it over the past few days and weeks and whatnot, it had a big pump up, it's dropped back to the downside, but if you look at how XTP is performing, it is starting to round off and formed a rounded bottom. XTP looks like it'll probably pump. Volume is back increasing again. Interest is back increasing again. And there's an exciting announcement coming in the next few days on XTP. I don't know the exact date because I don't know the exact date that the thing is going to be finished. But there is something pretty cool coming. Honestly, it's going to be a good one, and it will affect the market. The thing that's going to happen on XTP, which is pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to explain more about that on the main channel. Another trade that I've got open right now is a long position on Ethereum. That is currently $8,000 in a profit, which is great. It's a 45 Ethereum long position from 1,735. Fantastic. Like this trade. What a good trade that was. I mean, I completely forgot I had this one open. I opened it before I went away, came back. Damn, made 8 grand. Fantastic. Not complaining about that one at all. Now, as I pointed out, XTP looks pretty decent right now. Daffy looks pretty decent right now. Another one that keeps rallying, and I keep saying, look, if you want to, this is the reason this will do pretty well is because I think it's quite highly manipulated. But I keep buying more and more and more BGB coin here on BitGet. Again, you'll find a link for BitGet in today's video description. If you use that link when you deposit, on your first deposit, or when you sign up and then make a deposit, you will get a deposit bonus. I think it's about $7,000, something like that, or up to $7,000, I should say. But check it out. You'll find a link for it in today's video description. I keep buying BGB coin. The only place to buy BGB coin, or the best place to buy BGB coin, is on BitGet, because it's their native exchange token. I think that BitGet's going to go through a pretty significant growth spurt. I think that there's been a few influencers recently that have come out and gone, BitGet's a load of nonsense, we don't like it. I like BitGet. I've been using BitGet a long time, and so from that perspective, I keep buying their coin, and their coin price keeps on going up. So I don't really care what everyone else thinks, because when I started buying this coin in this account, I can show you right here on the assets page. You can see there's $30,000 in assets on this thing right now. If I just load up my entire amount and just sell it, you can see that basically if I sold all of my BGB coins, I get about $29,000. When I started investing in this, I've only invested about 10.5 to maybe about $15,000. So about double my money on this right now. But I do think that given the size of BGB coin compared to a lot of other large exchanges, I think that BitGet coin is going to go into the multiple dollars of coins. At the same time, another coin that I think is going to perform particularly well, I've got a trade open on it right now. It's on Glimmer, GLMR. There we go. If we look at the actual price chart for Glimmer right now, when we look at it on the daily chart, you'll see that from where my position is opened, it's pretty much at my level right now. I'm only about $500 in profit on it, so not a significant profit at all. But I think that during the course of this next run, if Ethereum is going to run, this is going to run as well. Because basically what this is, or what Moonbeam is kind of like Matic for Polkadot, if that makes sense. So it's like a layer 2 that bridges between protocols. So if Polkadot, you can't basically interact with other networks using only Polkadot. You need to use another network on top of Polkadot. Just like on Ethereum, you can't interact with other networks without using a bridge like Matic. Moonbeam is Matic on Polkadot, and if Polkadot's going to go through a growth spurt, because Polkadot is kind of like a better, safer version of Ethereum, it's got less adoption and it's less popular, but it is technically better from a technical standpoint, and one of the key developers on Polkadot is also one of the founders of Ethereum. So I think that Moonbeam is going to do pretty well during the course of this next year. I also hold my own personal portfolio, about $250,000 of Moonbeam coins. My position that I've got open right here is only a $75,000 long position, so it's actually smaller than my spot position that I've got open on Moonbeam. But the other important thing to point out is look at where the bottom is right here. The bottom on Moonbeam, it was around 32 cents. If we zoom all the way out, literally it's pretty much at the bottom still. So I think that this, to be honest, during the course of the next couple of months, does stand a decent chance of a rally back up to like $1.34, something like that. So it could 4 or 5x, and if that's the case, happy days. We're gonna go and buy a yacht for summer. So on that note, guys, market's heating up. Everything's getting better. I'm so happy right now because I was so right during the course of the dip. Yeah, I bought the dip at 28k. Yeah, I bought the dip at 25k. Yeah, I bought the dip at 23k. Yeah, I bought the dip at 20k. Yeah, I bought the dip at 18k. And yes, I did sell my Lamborghini and buy the dip at $16,000 as well. So I bought the dip very, very significantly with pretty much all of my money back then. Now everything is sitting pretty again. And I hope you did similar things to me, because big risks return big rewards. And right now, we sat in a very good position. So on that note, guys, thank you all very much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, slap a like on it. Crypto's back, Bitcoin's back, and everything's going fantastic. Hopefully, I don't have to eat my words tomorrow, but we'll see. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe. Goodbye.